Today we're going to discuss how to use the payroll entry function within the CompassHRM system application to navigate through processing your payroll. Payroll entry is the core component of processing a payroll and can be accessed by either going to pay entry tasks and going to payroll entry, or by using your icons and clicking on the pay run bag. Either way, by clicking on payroll entry, we'll be taken to our actual entry. For payroll entry, you'll see that you have an employee list and a payroll calendar. Make sure that you select the payroll calendar and the employee that you wish to work on individually if you're wishing to work on. Now, the interesting thing about payroll entry is this is the one form payroll entry layer that you can perform any amount of entries and or checks in the same actual layer for your employees. You'll see some functions at the bottom that say save what you've input, change the timesheet preferences, perform a gross to net for just this particular employee, cut a manual check, view this employee's profile information, view their badge detail information, or I can search for another employee. Larger organizations can use the search feature very easily to navigate to any particular employee that they wish to work with. The payroll entry function allows you to calculate numerous check codes within the same format, and it won't associate each check code together. Each check code will be processed separately as a different check form. You can apply different earnings codes, hourly rates, hours worked, or compensation amounts to these particular employees, as well as override deductions or input deductions at any given time. Just for example purposes, we're going to put in regular hours on a regular check of 20 hours for this particular employee. I just simply save that item, and now I can calculate gross to net for this particular employee for Mr. Tester. Now what's going to occur is the system will automatically calculate gross to net based off of the settings, both at a tax level and a normal level, for deductions and earnings codes that you have processing, and will provide you with a gross to net for this particular employee, giving you federal income tax breakouts, total deductions, taxes, and a net pay along with the check form. This is extensive and can go very robust as far as how many checks you can cut for a particular employee, but this gives you a baseline example. Also worth noting here is that the overrides for labor can be changed right here in Pay Entry. So if you've imported a time file and you wish to change what those overrides would be, where the labor is going to be allocated, simply click on the override button and it will allow you to change that function to whatever operations you have available. If you wish to delete the hours that you are testing with, simply delete the item and click Save. Payroll entry is very extensive and is extremely useful. You can work ahead during the pay week as well as cut manual checks during the pay week. It doesn't have to be simply utilized during the payroll processing. It can be utilized at any given time for a particular pay period. If you need more assistance or more in-depth training session, please contact your implementation specialist and or product specialist, or go to www.compasshrm.com and click support in the top right hand corner. Navigate to the very bottom and click contact support in the footer.